Inuyasha. Episodes 33, 34, and 35. Ooh, these were some epic episodes, I ain't gonna lie to you. From the conclusion of the Naraku slash Kikyo slash Inuyasha slash Kagome drama arc to Shishomaru once again being a salty ass some douchebag because Inuyasha has the Tetsaiga. But after seeing these episodes, I now kind of understand his frustration because, as I said it in the episode, Inuyasha has like this all powerful sword. Like, from what everyone says, it's like a big deal. This sword is like the epitome of OP, I'm assuming. Because his father was considered like a legendary dog demon or something. But yeah, so Inuyasha has this all-powerful sword, yet it's never really shown evidence that he practices with this sword. He doesn't try to understand his sword, or he doesn't try to seek out help regarding his sword. So it's literally like a noob using this all-powerful technique, right? Yet he's so bad at it. Like, he doesn't know how to properly use his sword. It's true that Shishomaru is salty because Inuyasha has it and not him, but it makes him even more triggered, the fact that his little brother has this all-powerful sword and yet he can't use it for damn shit. Inuyasha's just swinging it around like a madman. He's not even trying to use the sword's actual techniques. And that's what pisses off Shishomaru more than anything else, I'm assuming. Same with one of the new characters that was introduced also in these episodes. Tatosai or Tatusai, or man, however you say this old fuck's name. But yeah, he was like, he was ripping Inuyasha a new one. He's like, bro, you're garbage. Why do you even have this sword? It's true, your brother shouldn't have the sword evil because guy is crazy. He's a monster. He can't have it. Otherwise, end of the human race, or end of all life as we know it. So he can't have this damn sword, like point blank period. So it's like handing it over to you is like, come on now. That's why I'm like saying like what the hell, man? But in the end of the day, Inuyasha was able to use one of the secret techniques given to him from the Tenseiga, known as the Wind Scar technique, which I'm guessing from what they say, it's a technique that allows him to slay 100 demons, and it looks like this great all powerful wave slash, like this triple wave slash, that's crazy OP from what I see. And Inuyasha used that shit and it wrecked his brother. Yo, he demolished his brother. But thanks to Tenseiga, the sword that we were just introduced with, the one that Shishomaru was talking dog shit about, no pun intended, saved him at the last moment. And now I know the real reason why his father gave them those two swords to begin with. Their father gave them those swords only so it's impossible for them to kill each other, hoping that Inuyasha gathers the strength to fend off against Shishomaru, while Shishomaru has the Tenseiga. No matter how powerful Inuyasha is, he will never be able to kill him. He made sure that his two offsprings don't try to kill each other. I gotta hand it to the old man. He thought ahead. He knew his sons better. So, I mean, toodles to him. I give him credit for that. We also got to see that Shishomaru was able to show, even though it wasn't direct, but maybe on instinct or on impulse, he saved a human life. He says Tenseiga compelled him to save that human's life, but come on, let's be real. he showed interest in the human girl because the human girl showed interest to him. The girl showed what he's never received, I bet, in his life from humans. Because I'm sure most of his life, humans resented him just like they resented Inuyasha. So, for once, seeing a human showed some actual compassion towards him, it brought curiosity into him. He was interested in her, and he wanted to know more about her. So to see that same girl, the only girl that's ever showed any real compassion towards him in his entire life, I'm assuming, he directly then goes by saving her without really giving it a second thought. He never even like was like, she's just a dead corpse, I'm walking away. Dude, he saw her, he recognized her immediately, and he stopped. He could have walked away, but he stopped to save her. He says it was a test, or his sword wanted him to do it. The sword, I bet, was reflecting his true nature. Because why would the soul react to right now, at this very moment, to try to save someone? The sword was reflecting his will. He wanted to save her, and the sword was reflecting that, but he took it as the sword compelling him to save her. Nah, bro, you wanted to save her. The sword was just showing evidence of it, I'm assuming. And I'm not gonna lie, this has made Sesshomaru a more interesting character, because before he was very one-dimensional. All he cared about was taking the sword from Inuyasha, or making Inuyasha pay for like having such an OP sword, or even just go so far as to go and get a sword that's way superior, that's a lot more superior to Inuyasha. And it bugs the hell out of him that he would go so far as to be so salty as to force someone to make one for him, and there could be one no better than the one that made the sword for that made the Tenseiga and the Tensaiga, Tatosai, or however you say his name. He almost sounds like Tatos or tomatoes or some crap like that. So yeah. But now it's looking like with Rin around, it could calm Sesshomaru from even going out and finding Inuyasha, because once again, he saved her life, because I bet he is grateful and is interested in her. This girl could ultimately be the very being that could bring some kind of compassion in Sesshomaru's heart, which will then change his character into a better person. Hey, maybe the brothers might actually get along now. Not saying right away, but over the course of the series. I'm calling that right now. So I'm pretty sure later on Sesshomaru is going to be a good guy. Or I could be wrong and he could be doing messed up shit, but he just happens to have a soft spot for... Or... I mean, it's obvious he has a soft spot for this girl. Why would he save her? He could have let her die. And the weird thing is, that was interesting. When he was using the power of the Tenseiga, you saw a bunch of gremlin-looking motherfuckers, like, looking like they were about to devour that girl, like the corpse of her. And he literally just killed them, and she came back to life. So that's an interesting concept of how the sword works. I feel like it isn't not so much as healing or rescuing a life, but there's more to it than that. Hey, maybe if Sesshomaru can show some actual genuine human compassion, acknowledges it, and becomes more aware of it, he could actually unlock some sort of combat or weapon techniques embedded within that sword. Maybe his father is like, he's only allowed to use the true powers, like the actual raw powers of the Tenseiga, if he has some human compassion in his heart. Otherwise, the sword will be nothing more than a healing tool, cause it's a sword. It's a freaking sword. Swords cut. A sword that does not cut is not a sword. It's just junk. But it's not, technically, it's not useless because it heals. I mean, it looks like it only heals others and not the user. So it's kind of like, yeah, he's basically saving. The sword is only good for saving lives, but unless if it heals himself, it's not beneficial to the individual, but to others close to the individuals. Once again, though, well, not really. No, I take it back. I'm wrong. It is beneficial to him because it saved his life when he was getting wrecked. And if the Tenseiga did not teleport, Shishomaru, I'm pretty sure, would have died at that very moment. That's what happens, bro. When you should, in my opinion, he shouldn't have revealed the wind scar to Inuyasha, because that's literally how Inuyasha won. He revealed the technique known as the wind scar. If Inuyasha had no knowledge of it, well, no, not true. Maybe Inuyasha would have been able to do it instinctively, because he was able to do it instinctively once, and then he was able to do it again, becoming aware that it exists. Either way, he'll probably come across that technique again in a dire situation, just like that moment when his life was in danger. If there's anything you want to touch upon with me regarding these 3 episodes, make sure to comment in the comment section below. I do want to say is I apologize for no Inuyasha last week. For those of you that don't know, I was sick. I'm still kind of sick, and I'm at the same time I'm going through allergies simply because my eye is crazy itchy and it bugs me, so it makes it harder to do reactions. I am taking medicine, but sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So there's that. I'm doing my best to keep up with my reactions while in this condition, but it looks like I'm going through the end of these stages of being sick. Just so you guys know, these usually happens in the time of spring, which I hate spring now that this happens to me. Anyway, guys, let's move on to questions. Let me ask you guys, if you were to be reborn as a demon in this series, what trait would you want to have that had appearances that resemble a demon? Like, you know how a demon has a demon head looking like a dog or like a reptile or something, or their claws or their fangs. If there's anything, if there's any trait you would want on your person if you get reincarnated as a demon, what would it be, and let me know why. Question 2. Of the 2 brothers, Shishomaru and Inuyasha, who do you like more, and explain to me why? But without spoilers, no spoiling. I mean it, damn it. Alright, so yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, sub if you haven't already. It really motivates me to put more content out there for you guys and my guildmates, and I'll see you guys all in future reactions. Peace. I am going to do Shield Hero now. Look forward to that.